Hello, welcome or welcome back to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all the places you can find me should be linked in the description box below this video. Here on the channel you'll find me chatting about my adventures in knitting, spinning, crochet and weaving, all of the fibre related things. Today's video is a shop talk video, so for anyone who's not interested in the goings on at my little online yarn shop, I completely understand. I try to keep these as dedicated videos, so for those folks who are here for the making and the discussion around knitting, crochet, spinning and weaving, then you can skip these videos and hopefully I will see you again for the next one. But for those of you who are interested in what is going on in my little online shop, I thank you so much for your interest and I hope you have your project to work on, maybe a nice beverage, and can settle in for the next 15 minutes or so as I waffle on about some shop talk. So I'm a little bit later in the month doing this sort of March update than I have been sort of for the previous videos that I've done in this little series this year, and part of me was thinking, oh, shall I just skip it for this month and come back and do something in April? But coincidentally over the last few days I've had a few people popping up in my various inboxes and we've been having little chats, and a couple of people mentioned how much they enjoy the shop talk videos, so I thought why not just get in front of the camera and get one recorded. So yeah, thank you to those people who gave me the little prompt and the push that I needed to get back in front of the camera for one of these. Perhaps a little bit more unusually for these videos this month, I don't have a whole lot of actual physical products to share with you. I've got some chat about some pre-orders that are already available, some pre-orders that will be coming up soon over the next couple of weeks, and yeah, just news on some products that are on the way but not quite here. So so yeah, not too much to be able to sort of hold up and share with you, but I will try and pop up relevant pictures if there are any as we go through. So the first thing, or the first two things that are available for pre-order over on the website now are the Yarn and Yarns mystery club boxes, and I've got a fibre box and a yarn box available at the moment. If you're watching this when this video goes up, there'll still be a few days left if you wanted to get on board and order either of these, but the pre-order for these are coming to a close on the 31st of March. So yeah, it depends on when you're actually watching this video as to whether they'll still be available or not. So first up is the Fibre Club, and it's going to be working along the same lines as the first one did in March. I will be blending up some fibres with a theme and sending those out as either mini bats or hand blended rolags. The club box contains 50 grams worth of fibre plus some extra little treats, and the theme for April is of course Easter, so those are available over on the website now. And at the very end of this video, if I still have the footage, I think I took a little bit of video when I was packing up the March mystery fibre box, so hopefully I've still got that available, and if I have, I'll pop it at the end so I can share with you what went into the March box. And if for any reason your club package hasn't arrived, there are a couple that were going overseas, and that can be a little bit of a lottery as to how long they take to wing their way to various parts of the world. So I'll leave that to the very end if you haven't received your box yet and you don't want to be spoiled for that. For those of you who might be wondering what sort of things go into the Fibre Club, then that little video at the end will give you a good idea. And then the second sort of Yarn and Yarns mystery box is an Easter box for yarn, and it is basically a yarn and a pattern book combination this time, and there will be some additional treats in there too. And the yarn in your box will be enough to make either a pair of fingerless mitts or a hat, I think. My brain's gone. Yeah, a hat. But there'll be a pattern booklet included in the box this time that actually has 4 patterns in it, but there'll be enough yarn to make 2 of the 4 that are in the pattern booklet. So those are available for pre-order on the website now too, as long as you are watching this fairly soon after it gets uploaded, as though the pre-orders for those close on the 31st of March. By the time I have this video up, I shall also have put up on the website note to me when I'm editing the pre-order for the next book from Liner, and the next pattern booklet coming from them is called Contrasts, and of course it's in their beautiful sort of signature style with the lovely photography, a nice hardback edition, and it's quite a heavy book this time, 1.3 kilograms I think, so it's going to be very much in the style, I think, of the 52 Weeks of Socks or Shawls, if you had the hardback version of that, or the Strands of Joy book. And this book concentrates on patterns by a Finnish designer, and it's cables, lace, and there's lots of really nice sort of like little finishing details and things in the patterns, as far as I've seen so far. And I've been led to believe there's also, as well as the patterns, there's 22 patterns in the book, and I'll pop a picture of the book cover up on the screen. There'll be 22 patterns in the book for jumpers, cardigans, I think there's a poncho, shawls, and I think hats as well. And as I say, I've been led to believe there are some directions for various modifications for the patterns, as well as the sort of patterns as written. So I haven't seen an actual copy of that yet, but I've got my pre-order in, so those will be available to pre-order over on the website now. These are the 3 pre-order products that are available now that I wanted to chat to you about. I have some Emma Ball news. Now, I know a lot of you, like me, are fans of the Emma Ball range, and I think I talked a lot about them in the February shop update video, and I had managed to get most of the drawstring bags back in stock. A lot of those actually sold out, and I reordered those, so I think most of those drawstring bags are still now back in stock on the Yarn and Yarns website, with I think the exception of the kittens in mittens, but I've reordered that. I've got a parcel on the way to me with a couple of exciting new things in, which is what I want to chat to you about in the main. But I also added to the drawstring bag collection that I stock the underwater theme bag, which you won't have seen on Yarn and Yarns before, so I thought I would bring that up to show you, as it's one thing that I do have in stock that I can actually show you. So this is the underwater design from Emma Ball in the drawstring bag style. I love that. It's got sort of dolphins and whales and fishing boats and gulls, and as someone who lives by the sea, I just love that design, so I couldn't resist adding it to the collection of designs that I stock here at Yarn and Yarns. So yeah, those are available along with a lot of the other drawstring and zipper bags on the way, and hopefully will be available on the website before the end of this week, so fingers crossed. I have some new tins. I've got the kittens in mittens tins coming, and you will have seen me show off some of the Emma Ball tins before. The kittens in mittens is a new design, so I'm slowly sort of bringing in all of the usual things that I stock in that design, so the tins will be available. I'm restocking the stitch markers because I think all of my stitch markers are out of stock at the moment, so all of the Emma Ball stitch markers hopefully will be back in stock by the end of the week. And I've been waiting, they've got some really exciting new products coming, and I think they've been waiting for them as well, and they were hoping for a big delivery in March, and so far only one thing has just come through. I got notification about it today, so my order is in, and hopefully it'll be on the website at the end of the week. They've launched a brand new project folder. So we've had the little sort of project exercise books like notebooks before, but this is a sort of folder with the sheep in sweaters design on the front, and yeah, I'm really excited about this one to see what people will think about it. I think it's really cute and really useful, so I will hopefully have one of those to actually show off to you in the next update. I know that Emma Ball have promoted those on their social media, so if you've caught a glimpse of those and seen them already, then hopefully they'll be available via Yarn and Yarns by the end of the week. I think the best place to find out when I do have those, when they do get delivered and I do manage to get them in stock, will be through the Yarn and Yarns Instagram. So if you don't follow the Yarn and Yarns Instagram and you're interested in finding out about all the newest things that go onto the website and when they go onto the website, then it might be worth giving the Instagram page a follow. Sometimes Instagram can be a bit of a hot mess in terms of what you actually see on your Instagram feed, but if you hit the little notification bell, then you can, to say that you want to be notified of posts from Yarn and Yarns, then Instagram will sort of pop you a notification to your phone or to your tablet every time I post a photo there. So yeah, that could be something worth considering as well if you are interested in keeping up to date with all of the latest Yarn and Yarns news. And then finally, a few people have popped up in my inbox asking me whether I'd gotten any further with regards to advents, which I mentioned a couple of months ago, and the answer is yes, I have. I've just been tweaking and kind of working out all of the details and the pricings, and I'm hoping that before the middle of April the listings will be up for the Yarn and Yarns Advents. And I've been working really hard to try and make the Advents as accessible as possible in terms of affordability and also options for what you can order, and I'll have much more detail about this in the next update video. But just to give you an idea, because as I say, I've had quite a few people messaging me about this, I will have options for 10 gram and 5 gram mini skeins in the advent calendars. I'll have the sort of traditional 24-day advent calendar and also 12-day advent calendars. There will also be options to have your advent calendars with and without extras. So often times yarn advents come with sort of beverages, treats, sweet treats, stitch markers, knitting notions, things like that. So I will have each of my calendars, there'll be an option to have it with the treats and one without. So hopefully that will appeal to various people in terms of both affordability and also for the treats option. I know, you know, there's a lot of people now who have particular dietary requirements, who maybe aren't able to actually consume or use a lot of the treat options that come in some of these advent calendars, and having all the treats is really nice, but obviously that sort of pushes the price up. So I will be having options for with and without treats, and also I will have options for both of the calendars. So for both the 5 grams and the 10 grams options, you can also choose to add an additional 100 gram skein, so you can have like if you want like a nice big treat at the end of your advent calendar. So yeah, that's a really quick rundown of what will be coming for the Yarn and Yarns advent calendars, and I will be hoping to have those listings up next month, but I will of course go into more detail as and when they are available. I think the first place I will probably announce the availability of the advents will be via my newsletter. So if you're interested in advent news, then it will probably be well worth you signing up for the newsletter, and you'll find a link for that below. So yeah, that's everything that's been kind of going on here at Yarn and Yarns in the last few weeks, and some of the things that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. I will record another one of these a bit earlier in April, so it might be just a couple of weeks before you see me popping up and chatting shop again, because once the advents are available, I shall pop back with a little bit more detail around those and try and explain it as clearly as possible. But I thought I'd give you just a little heads up of the sorts of things that you can expect when the advent calendars go live next month. So yeah, I hope you may have found something that has tickled your fancy and all the links to the products that are currently available, you'll find those in the box below this video. So I'll be back again soon with some more making content. What have I got coming up? We've got the dice game for April will be coming up soon. I have pre-recorded a couple of the prize draw videos for the 12 cast on, so I need to get those edited. I've also got a blending board / spinning / knitting vlog coming up, and with any luck there'll be a couple of 12 cast on vlogs coming up again, also coming up soon. I'm so close to finishing a couple of my 12 cast ons, so yeah, with a little bit of extra effort and a push from me, hopefully those vlogs will be popping up on the channel. So plenty to look forward to, I hope. As always, thank you so much for your support for all things Yarn and Yarns, whether you're purchasing from the shop, whether you're here watching the videos, liking, subscribing, maybe signing up to our newsletter or following us over on social medias, or even signing up to Patreon. It all helps to keep the lights on here at Yarn and Yarns, and I am ever so grateful and continually thankful for all of your good wishes and support. So yes, until we get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now. Happy knitting, spinning, crocheting, weaving, needle felting, whatever it is you're up to. Happy everything. I'm just packing up the Mystery Yarn Club boxes, so I thought I'd share how they are looking and what they're going to go out like. For those who just ordered the Rolags with no other bits and pieces, then the box is going to look like this. So inside there are the Springflower Rolags. This is not the best light to show them off, but there will be between 4 and 6 Rolags in your packet, depending on how they came off the blending board. And I got these fancy dancy new Yarn and Yarns stickers to seal down the bags that are protecting those Rolags. So they are in the package. Then you have your card. Again, I've had these newly printed, so Yarn and Yarns postcard with some blurb on the back to explain what's in the package. So it says, thank you so much for participating in the first ever Yarn and Yarns Mystery Fibre Club. I'm so grateful for your support and I hope that you will enjoy your package. This month I've taken inspiration from spring flowers and have had so much fun blending bats and rolags for you. Your fibre is a blend of approximately 95% Corriedale and 5% recycled sari silk. There are in total 9 shades of Corriedale blended up into your fibre, and of course the sari silk will add a little bit of texture and a few bright pops of colour for an almost tweed look to your finished yarn, depending on how you spin these up, of course. I decided to stick with a floral theme for the treats in this month's box too, with some tea, which includes rosehip and hibiscus, a Turkish delight as a treat to keep your energy up while you're spinning, and some Eucalan to soak your newly spun yarn when it's finished. I'm hoping to add a video on Patreon soon, sharing more details about the process I went through while deciding how I was going to blend up these fibres, and another on YouTube to show how I have chosen to spin my fibre and share my finished yarn. So that's on the postcard. And then for treats, there is a little Turkish delight, a lovely bag of tea from the English Tea Shop, which is cranberry, hibiscus and rosehip, and also a little sample of Eucalan wash, and it's either going to be jasmine or lavender. It's just a random mix. And of course I am wrapping that all up in some tissue paper to go into the box to send out. So you'll have, if you ordered the Fibre Club, you'll have a variation on this theme. Obviously, if you've ordered extra bits, you won't get just the little package box. There'll be sort of a bigger box to accommodate the extra bits and pieces that you've ordered. And the bats will go out in the little square boxes that I usually use for Sock Club too, because these little envelope boxes won't accommodate the thickness of a bat. Today I'm packing up the bats for the Fibre Club, so I thought I'd just share what they look like before they all go into the boxes. So here is a sample of what the spring flower bats look like, and if you just ordered bats, they'll be packed up in one of my boxes with all of the other bits. And obviously for anyone who ordered extras, your packaging might look slightly different, but all of the same extras going into the box with these mini bats.